Hello and welcome. If you're new here, I am Cacao, a surface pattern designer, illustrator, and someone who believes better tools don't make the artist, but they absolutely shape the experience. Today I'm sharing my favorite digital tools for digital art and pattern design, but not in you need all this kind of way. Because you don't need better tools to be a better artist, but the right tools can remove that friction of creating your art. And when friction disappears, you create more, you experience more, and you last longer creating your art. My primary tool that I digitalize or create digital art is my iPad. It is my main tool for detailing illustration and fine artwork. The motifs that are created that little I turn into a pattern design happens in the beginning by hand, but then I do connect to my digital tools to create art in very strategic way. I don't really use my iPad like a tablet. I use more a feeling of a paper. That mindset shifted, changed everything for me because instead of thinking digital device, I think like as a canvas, a sketchbook, a sheet of cotton paper, and that's where my next tool comes in. This is my Sketchboard Pro, and the biggest upgrade for my digital process wasn't really any software or anything else. It was my posture. I upgraded to the Sketchbook Board Pro because ergonomics become a non-negotiable for me. As we spend hours and hours creating digital art, if your setup fights your body, your creativity eventually loses. This board really transformed my iPad into a flat, smooth drawing surface. It feels like drawing like a drawing table. It gives more stable resistance, a place to put my arm, and a port that you can charge while you can draw. And this became a very necessity for me for my digital artwork workflow. It really takes times for you to understand what is your flow, how things evolve with you as you working towards your optimal creative process. And me, that took me a lot of trial and experimentation with the tools that I had that I wanted to get as a new tools in addition to the tools that I had at hand. As you can see, my iPad is a little bit older, is about 6 years old now, and I do have kids. Nothing really survives kids, and I have a little like battle worn iPad, but it still does the job. I am on the market for a new upgrade soon, hopefully this year. And it's something that to also keep in mind that as you continue to work towards your creative process, these aha moments really takes time to come in for you as what you truly need. I'm gonna quickly add here the assembly for the Sketchboard Pro. Was a really easy setup. You can customize it. Whatever model you have, there is always room to accommodate to whatever you have. Overall, this tool took me years to find it, but once I did found it, I created digital art so much easier. It really truly functioned how I envisioned the iPad to be for me. The reason I initially invested in the iPad is because I wanted the flexibility to do my digital artwork anywhere. My desktop computer was my main area that I was doing digital work, and I decided to break that up and have the flexibility and the option to take that iPad everywhere. And then once I started really working and getting on the groove of the digital art workflow, I was becoming more aware of my body needs of a better setup. Many chiropractor appointments later, adjusting my body pains and neck pains, we quickly pinned down to what I was triggering all that, and then that's when I invested on this, and it was really a life changer for me. This tool that you are seeing is a pen tips shortcut. It has been an incredible help for the speed for my creative workflow. It's very easy to set up. You can assign the keypads to the commands to how you use. I use Procreate for my main app for my digital artwork, and this shortcut here was extremely helpful to bring a lot of speed to my creative process. I also added a ink light tip for my Apple Pencil. This is the spare one that I have. I am looking forward to get new ones, but I got as a bundle, and that's what it came with. The time that I bought these tools, a little bit over 2 years ago, it was a bundle. It was in a very good price in a sale discount, so that was the one that came with. I didn't have a lot of option. And it's okay because it works great, but I do want to get new ones for sure. On the same, thinking of ergonomics, the pencil grips did change a little bit. My long hour sessions became a little bit more comfortable. It cushioned the surface of the Apple Pencil. The more ergonomic shaping helps reduce the hand fatigue and the cramping. I do more detailed work precision. I am very heavy handed, and then that also translates to my iPad work. So this ergonomic grips truly made a whole difference for me as well. Next, that I was pursuing that paper was a paper-like screen protector. This is the texture. The digital glass of the iPad became too slippery for me for the kind of precision the artwork sometimes I need to do. The paper feel does matter to me a lot. Paper feel is great, but there is a couple things to be in mind. It dulls your display a little bit, and it slows down your pencil. As long as you get a little bit the hang of those two things that change, and then you are okay with that trade-off because you really enjoy that paper feel like, and this is the tool for you. One that you don't think too much is blue light glasses, and this is another non-negotiable for me. Blue light glasses, if you draw at night, especially like I do, this is about my sleep. Your creativity suffers when you rest suffers. So protect your eyes, protect your circadian rhythm, protect your long-term health. This is not glamorous, this is not trendy, but it is essential. Your sleep needs to be your priority, and that's why I spend so much time in the computer. I spend 8 to 10 hours on my 9 to 5 work, and it is a computer job. It is a working in front of a computer a lot of those hours that I work on my regular job. However, there is also a digital part of creating the artwork that I create. And every time I don't use these blue light glasses, my life becomes very difficult. And then the health indicators of me suffering from this intensive blue light. Without the blue light glasses, my health suffers and my sleep definitely it's not optimal. This is not a negotiable for me. So here's the truth. If you don't really need all this to start, truly, but you do need to eventually find the perfect tools to create beautiful work that works for you. Once you know what you want to create and you understand your technique and your commitment to really doing this, you should invest differently. You should invest on tools that are solving a problem, a friction to your creative flow. And for me, it was a sleepy glass on my iPad, my poor posture, my hand fatigue, my eye strain, workflow gaps, all this over the course of the years, I found the tools that remove those frictions for me. I quickly wanna bring you over to these companies' websites. This is Pen Tips. I really like their products. It has made a huge change to my workflow, and this is one of the latest tips. I am interested in exploring this one. It seems to be a cool new effect that you can. The crazy smooth glide is something that I am trying to create that effect on my analog works. I'm interested in exploring this one here, since if you like to do portrait artwork or any other effect that duplicates a smooth condition, seems like to be a ideal. And this one I've been waiting for a long time, but it's the fuzzy tip. I'm also interested in learning a little bit more how you can create different effects with that one. It's definitely on the high-end cost. I always wait for a great sale. It seems like they're having a sale this weekend. If you're interested in any of these tools, you can definitely I do have this texture filling pen mat, and when I got my setup, I did get the pen paddle bundle. It was the pencil to paper filling and the ink little tip. That's the one that I have, and I use interchangeably with the paper-like screen protector as well. It is something that I enjoy working over time. If you are interested in exploring, these are the tools that I have. I would recommend you getting some, waiting for good sales here, because it definitely adds up. This is another pen tip, fiber, interesting. Again, this is not for everyone, but if you're interested, here where I found them. This is the Sketch Board Pro. They have their excellent design. I really enjoy working and creating on with this product, and it is something that has really changed the way that I worked and really helped me out here. One thing that's interesting to note, something that really aligns deeply with my values, they plant a tree for every sketchboard pro sold. As someone who cares about sustainability, that matters to me a lot. Whatever my tree was planted, I hope it's thriving, and I genuinely hope their partnership with ecology continues doing meaningful work. If this kind of alignment is important to you, consider supporting this company. Paperlike is another favorite of mine. As I mentioned, this has become a essential for me. But if you don't want that blurry effect or slowing down your pencil, you can also try the pen tips paper-like version of it too. It's another great add-on. Next, I have a paper line drawing glove. This is something that eliminates my fingerprints and unwanted skin to screen contact. It reduces a lot of the smudges, it keeps my screen clean, allows for full gesture with the commands with the iPad. And it's just small, but made a very big difference for me. Less distraction, more focus, and that's what those tools provide you. This is an option to upgrade. This is the Canon Light 400. This is my scanner right here and it did me well. Now I want to talk about my trooper here. This is my Canon scanner. It's a Light 400. This scanner has been with me for the past 6 years now. And that's my bridge between analog and digital work, just like my iPad. Because I still paint traditionally, I use watercolor, ink, mixed media, acrylics. This scanner is how I bring my analog work to my digital pattern process. It is not the latest and most high tech at the moment, but it honestly does the job. It has a slim profile, is an easy workflow. Sometimes you do have to troubleshoot some scanning issues, but it's more like making sure that you have the cover closed and you troubleshoot a lot of things in Photoshop as well. The previous upgrade that I wanted to mention was if you wanted something that has the latest and greatest technology, but this little skin has been a trooper. It's been with me for a very long time. I have scanned thousands of artwork, and this one here would have been the same upgrade. It doesn't have a lot of reviews. If you have one or you have anything to share about this scanner, image formula, flatbed, and you feel like sharing, please do share because there's not a lot of reviews out there online. And I would definitely rely on honest reviews for my investment purchase. There is something definitely that helps. I cannot recommend that yet because I don't see any reviews. This one here, on the other hand, if I was shopping for a scanner again, I definitely would be looking very hard for the Epson brand. Seems like equivalent to my Canon Light. I think I paid on the lower end of this price 6 years ago, but this is the scanner that I would have been heavily considering. Nothing wrong with my Canon right now until that one goes out. Definitely will be using that until no longer works or no longer is producing. My Canon has a little bit of a higher DPI. 300 seems a little bit low, but I think the other more high end here seems should be giving you a higher DPI for your skin. So it's something definitely to check. And thank you for being here. Always do your best today, and I'll see you on the next one.